Alright guys, welcome back to the channel. We got the silver bullet into the shop today for PPF treatment as well as window tint. Ricky at District 7th.
Yes, sir.
Yeah, he's right here. He's going to be helping us out today. And he was explaining the tint process. So pretty much what we're going to do is 15% on the front and then even it out on the back. And then we're doing PPF on the full frontal. So that's the bumper, the hood, the mirror caps, and then we're gonna do the rocker panels as well, right, Ricky?
Yes, sir.
All right.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
And this is Ricky.
Hi. So my name is Ricky. I'm the owner and the main installer here at District 7th. We specialize in paint protection film, vinyl wraps, and also window tint as well. We are on the West Valley, on the west side, between Goodyear and Avondale. And I believe we are one of the only shop with a proper commercial space, because even though there's a lot of people on this side of town that offer the services, but most of them, they don't have, they can't get in proper space in the warehouse. We have about 2,000 square feet worth of warehouse in here that we operate out of, and it's lucky enough to get in and be the only person with the proper space, so it does help. So yeah.
Awesome. Yeah, he does really good work. When I was in here a few weeks ago, I believe you had a Lucid in here.
Yeah, we had a Lucid Gravity Air. Mainly we work on a lot of newer car for the paint protection film, a lot of Teslas, and a lot of economy car when it comes to it, because that's the main thing that I noticed that getting a lot more popular now is a lot of people stay away from the vinyl wrap and slowly getting into the protection and everything, because the cost of the benefits is a lot better compared to the vinyl when it comes to it. You both have the protection factor, and depends on the color, you're able to maintain that. And later on, if you were to trade a car in, sell the car, or whatever you wanted to do with the car, you could either take off the PPF or leave it on, and the car will still look great when it comes to it. And it lasts about 7 to 10 years. So in the longevity wise, I think it's totally worth it. With vinyl, a lot of people are trying to get into it because the cost is so much lower compared to the PPF, but it doesn't last as long, especially here in Arizona. So I always tell people, because we are in Arizona, so whatever the range they may give you between, like, for example, ceramic coating, 3 to 5 years, always go with the 3 years. PPF 7 to 10 years, always go with a safe route on the 7 years. And then with the vinyl, between 2 and 3 years, 2 years is a safer side, because the sun just kills every single thing here in Arizona. So yeah.
And the vinyl, that doesn't really protect from like rock chips,
No,
right?
so the vinyl only for cosmetic only, and that's why it's so popular, because you get to change the way your car looks, and there's so many color options out there. But with a PPF, it both have, well, nowadays they come out with the color PPF now, so if you want to change the whole thing and able to protect the paint, and you really love the color and want to put it on for a very long time, 7 to 10 years, color PPF, you have the protection factor of it, and also the cosmetic. But the most popular that we do here would be the frontal package, which is the clear bra on top of the front of the car, just for a normal daily drive, just for that protection from the rock chips, especially with Teslas, because they're known for having very thin paint when it comes to it.
Okay.
So,
Yeah, very good. And what would you say your paint protection film, do you have like different millimeters, different thicknesses?
yeah,
or?
so between the standards would be the 7.5/8 mil thick. That's the standard in the industry. The higher one would be 10 and sometimes 12. But when it comes to 10 and 12, from my experience, you don't really notice that much of a difference between like the 2 mil difference, because with 7.5 to 8 mil is already standard, which is great protection already. With the thicker side, I find it to be very hard for conformity around on certain things, especially if the car is very curvy or the bumper is very difficult. It's just very hard for installers in general. But the difference, from my experience, I haven't noticed any difference at all when it comes to it, just installer preference. And even though they say it's maybe thicker, but from my experience, the normal standard 8 mil costs a little bit less for labor, material, and everything, but it does the same thing, in my opinion. So,
Okay,
yeah.
very good. See, that's why I love Ricky here at District 7th, because he doesn't oversell you and underdeliver. He tries to give you what you want, to give you the best bang for your
So
dollar.
I always tell people, because the popular protection package we usually hear is like ceramic tint, frontal PPF, and if they can do the whole car, they tend to opt it for the ceramic coating on the back half of the car. But I always tell people, if it fits the budget, do it, especially the coating, if it fits the budget, it's not necessary you have to do it. It will bring your car from like an A to like an A plus. It's not gonna bring it from like a B to like an A. The main thing that what you require, that I think you should, it's just the film. First thing, invest into the film. The rest, the tint, somewhat, because we are in Arizona, but the ceramic coating, a lot of people are trying to upsell you for that, or trying to get you in with that included or whatever. It just, for me, I always tell people, if it fits the budget, do it, but it's not gonna bring your car from like an A to like an A plus.
Yeah.
It's not gonna bring from like an B to like an A, I mean. So yeah.
That makes sense.
It.
Very
So,
good.
Yeah.
And then as far as your tint goes, you use all ceramic tint,
Yeah,
right?
we only offer ceramic here because that's the only thing that would be worth it, because there are 2 different variations. There's like a normal dye / carbon film, only for aesthetic only. With ceramic, you both have the privacy factor and the heat rejection factor at the same time when it comes to it. And that's the only thing that would be worth to do, in my opinion, because even though if you have the privacy factor, but once the summer's here, you're gonna feel the heat no matter what. So ceramic's the only way to go, in my opinion. So,
Yeah, that makes sense. See, Ricky explains everything. He tells us the process. This is his shop.
Yeah, you're more than welcome to come in real quick. So the way we do it here, so right now we have 2 vinyl wraps and 1 full body PPF. So this is the shop. So this car, we are doing a pink wrap on it. I don't know if you could tell. One thing between this shop and many other shops, we do full disassembly here as best as we can, just so we could touch around every corner, and especially with vinyl. Not a lot of people will tell you, but if you don't do disassembly and touch everything full coverage, over time it's going to shrink back because it has memory. So no matter what, this is a safer route. So we offer warranty on all of our services, but I noticed that a lot of people, they don't really come back for any major pullback or peeling or anything like that, only when they get accidents. So we do work with insurance and everything. We mainly get people coming back because they get like a front end or side swipe or something like that. Usually they don't come back because we full coverage everything and we put it back. This way, when it shrink back, it's gonna conform around the panel. It doesn't pull back because because of like the edge is short or something like that when it comes to it. So this is an example right here. And even though this is a black car, you could get away with not doing it, but we still like to do it like this. And then on this BMW right here, we are doing a full body PPF.
Okay.
So instead of the clear, this is a matte stealth version of it. So when we put it on, whatever the original color is, it will be a matte looking finish compared to a glossy finish. And that you have that option when it comes to doing a full body. You could do clear or you could go with stealth. Usually this way, I tell people, it looks cooler, and also when people spend their money, they like to see what they spend it on. So with this, you get a whole new look and protection at the same time when it comes to it.
Nice. Yeah. Very good. And what is like the millimeter thickness of something like this?
This is about 8 mil. So 8 mil is a standard. We rarely do any 10 because at that point it's going to be very hard for conformity and everything.
Sure.
And longevity from my experience. And even when it comes to full body and on certain cars, we do somewhat disassembly as well. So we take out the mirrors, the door handles, certain things that'll be in the way. We do that just so we can have a cleaner finish when it comes to it, and for example, all the flares, everything. So yeah, that's the way I like to do it. This way, I know for sure nothing will come back, or very minimal when it comes to it. And we do also offer checkup as well. So within 2 weeks to a month, you're more than welcome to bring it back. Or whenever you're out of town or you have like a free weekend, you're more than welcome to drop off the car, and then we just double check everything. If we need to touch up or redo anything, we'll let you know, and then that will fall under warranty. So we do shop warranty. So anything considered to be our fault as installers during the process, lifting, bubbling, anything along those lines, we warranty that. We just don't warranty normal wear and tear or like something out of our control, like an accident or something like that. So,
yeah, that makes sense. Perfect. Well said, Ricky. You got a nice shop here. They do A+ work. Their reviews speak for themselves,
thank
right?
you. I always tell people, come by, check out the shop, talk to me in person, and especially look up the reviews and decide for yourself before, and that's why you should come here before committing. It's always better to see the work in person, because obviously online, you could check out the Instagram, the Facebook, all that, but it's very hard to tell the pictures than in person in real life. And especially the reviews, it does help because it's actual clients when it comes to it. So.
Yeah, it's so true. Because once I met Ricky, he's been very communicative throughout the process, answering all of my questions. So hit him up. What's your phone number here?
My phone would be 602-386-8154.
All right, guys. Phoenix, Arizona. And what's the location once again, Ricky?
This would be considered to be Avondale, but it's between the borderline of Avondale and Goodyear, so on the west side.
All right.
Here.
Excellent.
So,
Ricky
awesome.
at District 7th.
Yes, sir.
Hit him up. He's a great guy, does A+ work. All right, guys. Thanks for watching. We'll catch you in the next one.